Hello, welcome to Sandy Ainley. I hope each one of you are well. I've got quite a little treat today for today's vlog. I've ordered some cake and I have about 5 cakes. So one of them I've had some of. So I'm not going to show you that one as a result of the fact that there's nothing left. Even though I'm laughing myself, it is quite funny, in fact. It was a little cake, and I admittedly ate the majority of it. I repeat, it was a little cake before I receive any negative feedback. It was a little minute cake, in my opinion, of a little and minute. The cakes I'm going to show you are much larger, so to speak. I don't mind comparing, in my opinion, of much larger. So, and before I got on to this vlog, I was afraid, as a result of the fact that I have a double chin and I'm embarrassed. It's everything as usual to do with my weight, in my opinion. Do you agree? If you don't inform me and give me your feedback, I will be in the dark. So if you don't message me, I'm just being silly. Please do as you please, as one says, and even that one doesn't need to say to you, really, because it's automatic, so sorry. Okay, what I'll do is I'll start off with the cakes and then I'll go on to the rest of the vlog, if I may. Well, first of all, I have biscuit cakes, I name them as. And that's a box, and it's 52 years to, no, sorry, what am I reading? Quality Broken Biscuits, 25 years. And so I'm looking forward to opening that. That's for the hotel I'm going to tomorrow to celebrate my brother's birthday, Elliot's birthday. So, Elliot's birthday cake is sorry, bear with me please, a football. If I can show it to you. But the camera doesn't seem to want to. I'll try this way. Camera skills was more powerful. Yay, I've got it. Or some of it anyway. But you have the idea, I think, if I may please assume so. So, what I planned to do is to cover the biscuits with a ballet bag, and then there's no knowing, as far as my mum and brother are concerned, that there's a cake inside. Be a nice surprise for my brother. Then there's each one of these. I've bought 3 caterpillar cakes. Number 1, if I may, bear with me please, number 2, I hope I'm showing it to you correctly, number 2, and last but not least, number 3. And that's for my friend and my neighbour who's visiting at about 4:30 today in the afternoon. And then at 6 o'clock I have a lady coming just to help me out a bit with the rest of my packing. And I just, I went out recently. Sorry, going back to the case, I do apologise. I hope you enjoyed that little cake haul. Thank you so much. And I felt so weak the other day, so to speak. I just wanted to return back to my flat and go to bed. And I went out, and it was a very tough day. I needed to see the doctor. I've grown, if you can't see, I don't know whether you can see from here, and I have loads of cysts on my eyelid. I've also got a cut here from shaving with a eyebrow shaver. I cut my skin a bit. This looks a bit sore. However, it's not cut. Well, it depends upon what you mean when I use that. What one means when one says cut. I mean, it's a scratch. I wouldn't describe it as largely cut. But one might describe it as very mildly cut. Or does describe it as mildly cut. And ditto here where I was removing hair. I have a little cut. And so I've been a little bit in the wars with my manner of doing my hair, so to speak, getting rid of one's unwanted hair, so to speak. Gosh, I got all that out. I hope you enjoyed my video before this one. It was to a lady who I met through Harrow Carers, and so far nobody seems to have contacted me, so I guess that the lady may not be interested, which is it's, in my eyes it's fine, because I made an effort, and the ball's in the lady's court, and the power is not in me anymore. So I shall be powerful and accept with love and grace. Isn't it nice when I disguise my double chin? I look so different. I look so much prettier. I'm not saying I'm page 4 or 3 or whatever one says. However, I certainly look a whole lot better when I'm covering my double chin. And it reminds me of what I looked like when I was slimmer. Much slimmer. So I don't know, I'll repeat. I don't know if you can see my cysts. I can see them. Can you see that? I've got lots of them. It's really pretty bad, isn't it? So yesterday and today I did over half an hour each day of warm compress and 5 minutes each day of massaging my eyelids. And so the doctor has asked me, if I haven't said to you already, if I have, I do apologise for repeating myself. The doctor has said that I'm to do regular daily compress, warm compress, and do it for at least half an hour a day with 5 minutes massaging. And then if the cysts don't shift within a week, please phone back to the doctor's surgery. So I'm pleased the doctor knows. I don't like the look of the cysts, and I don't mind saying I feel very squeamish on the subject of the cysts. They remind me of spots, and spots, I get scared when I see lots of spots. I know there's lots of bacteria inside, and having OCD, I don't like to look at a lot of germs. It gives me the creeps a bit. I don't mind having said. I'm sorry for saying it. However, equally so, I needed to say it to express it, and now I can try and put it aside and let go, because one is what one allows oneself to be, and one's not to sort of indulge in deep thoughts and feelings that one really can control. So on that deep breath, I also think that I need to make some changes in my life. One of which is I'd like to meet somebody. I'd like to have someone in my life that I can love and who can love me. Oh my goodness, I think that there's a cyst here. Oh my gosh, I can see it. Or is it? Yes, it seems like a cyst right at the point of, in between the two lines of the eye, or the outline of the eye. Can you see a cyst there? I think I can. Oh dear, I'm most run down. And the good news is I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping superbly. I've been drinking Diet Pepsi, however, I'm in two minds on subject of ordering Diet Pepsi today. Why don't I just offer my guest a cup of tea or coffee? I think that, I don't mind saying that I know that is an adult manner in which to behave. And I've got the lovely cakes to offer the lady. Oh yes, going back a bit, I don't know which cake. One of them was, I think, vegan. A vegan cake. Very nice. Something that Piers Morgan says, which I agree with, that why does the vegan, for example, or is it vegetarian, I don't know which, names a vegetable looking like a sausage and naming them as no meat sausage or something to that effect. I don't know, I may be getting the details incorrect, I don't know for sure, I don't mind having repeated. But why take the name sausage from people who do eat meat? Why can't the vegan use one's own name for that type of item of food? And it's interesting. My brother says that Piers Morgan is arrogant. I would say I agree with that. However, I don't mean it in a critical fashion. I like what I've heard and seen from Piers Morgan. Yeah, I mean, like, he is arrogant. There's no getting out of that. However, that's just part of who he is, a very confident, self-assured and confident human being. I wish there were more people like that in the world, because it would be a much happier, peaceful world. And going on to happy and peaceful, I'm the type of lady, especially these days, I keep away from any trouble. And I'd rather be on my own, even if whatever the day is and whatever the time is. I just prefer to be peaceful. How many of you are like that? It would be interesting. Or do you argue a lot with people? I used to engage, I don't now. I don't see the point. If one's going to be unpleasant, there's no point in trying to challenge that person. Just let them leave them in their own little space there of anger and pain. If they're shouting at me, they don't deserve my sympathy anyway. If they're shouting and swearing, I ain't a punch ball. And that goes on to me teaching myself the manner in which to handle bullies. And the answer to that is just to walk away. And if the bully comes, and I'll give you an example, and please excuse me for using the word bully, and I wish to say I don't mean it in a critical manner. Bullies need help. It's just that they don't deserve the help because of the manner in which they express their emotions by bullying people. However, going on to an experience I had, gosh, I've forgotten what it is. Wonderful brain I've got, haven't I, these days? No, I don't recall. However, going back to bullies, bully is a bully as a result of the fact that the bully is deep down very lacking in love and self-confidence. And one is not to personalise it. If a bully makes it something into one's problem, then that's different. I was in a operatic society. I was part of a performance on the stage in an operetta, I think it was, The Pirates of Penzance. I had a small dancing part, small singing part, and a small acting part in the show. And there was a incident that took place in the dressing room with me and one of my so-called fellow friends in inverted commas, in the dressing room, and the lady said something very unjust, I think, and I just ignored it, and I was just on my way out the door, and the lady followed me and held the opening of the door to stop me from going out. Now, I didn't react. I just stood there. I mean, I could have said to the other people in the room, "Can you help me, please? Can somebody help me? This lady's trying to stop me from leaving the room." But that would have involved the others, and is that fair on them? I don't know. I suppose it's important, isn't it? Not I suppose, it is important to behave correctly. And the correct behaviour is for the people, other people in the room, and myself, to report it to the head of the operatic society concerning human relationships in the operatic society. And then from then onwards, I had very little to do with that lady, who, going back a bit, decided to allow me outside the room. And from then on, I didn't feel comfortable when that lady was around. But there was another lady, so to speak, excuse me please, lady number 3, who said to me that she'd had the lady number 3 had a very similar, I don't mind comparing, incident with the same lady, who's number 2, the bully's number 2, and I'm number 1, okay? So, lady number 3 said to me not to be upset, that it's not me, and I thought that's nice of the lady number 3 to say that. So I did feel better once the lady number 3 had said that to me. Lovely, warm and loving comment, so that I didn't personalise it. I mean, obviously it's not personal anyway. I mean, I'm polite everywhere I go. So if someone's rude to me, it's usually very one-sided, I don't mind saying. Very rarely do I engage in confrontation, if at all these days particularly. And it's good. It's good to keep away from it. I was alone one day, Christmas Day. I just thought, I'm not arguing, because there was this gentleman who was going to be at the party. So I just stayed at home. I didn't care. I'm more than happy, even on Christmas Day, you know. And that's just the manner in which my psyche works, just to keep away from anybody and everything that involves drawing one in to a negative energy, whereby one can be peaceful at home, stroking one's cat most of the day. Cat comes up and curls up, and then I can watch my beautiful, lovely, very substantial size. I don't know exactly the measurement, but however, I have a large television. I don't mind saying. And my iPad, my phone, my friends, and my lovely possessions in my flat. And I'm not short of money to buy food, so I can jolly well get myself a turkey. I didn't do that on that day, not the turkey part, but all the rest I did. So on that note, that positive note, I hope that you are enjoying this vlog. I hope you enjoyed the mini cake haul and biscuit haul. And from Oreo, Twitchy Ears, and Sandy, I bid you goodbye. Lots of love, please. Take care of yourselves and take care of one another, please. And yet again, bye-bye.